with Fae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm starting things off a bit differently than usual. I am making a beer soap today, and to do so I've prepared my lye solution in a special way. It's going to be lots of noise and lots of work, but it is one of the best ways to incorporate beer into the soap. So what I'm doing here is I have a can of beer that I have simmered down. You don't want any alcohol or carbonation in the beer when you go to use it, or it's going to react with the lye. I'm trying not to stir while talking as much though, because that's annoying. I then added in water, distilled water to it, so that I have the proper amount. It's not like a full replacement of my liquid with the beer, so it's like one can of beer and then the rest is distilled water. And I've poured them together and I froze them, because if you do just straight beer that you haven't frozen, when you mix lye into that, it is going to scorch and heat up and turn a very ugly color. So we're going to do this nice and slow and keep it very cool. I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up, because this will take a while. And add this in little by little so everything melts evenly. So I have mixed in all of the lye, and I'm going to continue to stir this until I'm absolutely certain all those little lye beads and my beer shaped, gingerbread bunny shaped beer cubes are all melted as well, before we go and incorporate this into the oils. So once I tell you what the fragrance is, you'll get why I decided to add beer to the soap. Beer and soap is also really nice because the soap will be nice and bubbly. It does create a nice bubbly lather when you add beer to soap. So poured that all in, give this a quick mix. I've also got my coconut milk powder and my kaolin clay in my oils, and my sodium lactate. No test of soak in this one. So poured them off into 3 containers. Into one I've got this mimosa yellow. I don't know why I keep thinking, instead of mimosa, I'm thinking of like Jason Momoa. If he were a color, that's it. I'm also adding some sunshine yellow mica. These are all by Nurture in there as well. And then to the other 2, I've got Sahara Gold going into one and some Shimmer Gold. So this is very gold and yellow. Golden yellow. Golden brown. Texture like sun. I have no rhythm. I'll stop there. We'll get each one of these mixed up. I think I'm going to do layers. I'm going to try layers and then putting a hanger swirl through it. So let's start with, I think, the darker gold, and then the yellow, and then the lighter gold. That's the plan. So, what did I say? Darker gold. Here. Fragrance is called 7 Kingdoms Ale by Crafter's Choice. And I have a hard time with A's, like ale, al. Sometimes I want like Ian. Yeah, Brad makes fun of me. Ale, al. Mixing this in by hand, because this is one of the fragrances that are inspired by Game of Thrones, and every time I've used one of those, I've had horrible experiences with it. So what am I doing? I don't know. I still have a few of them left, but this one I bought recently because the reviews seemed to be okay. There was nothing that said ricing or acceleration or anything separation like that. The notes in this: malty blend of grapefruit, peppercorn, honey, orange peel, lemon, and ginger. And I don't know how to describe this fragrance. I have to sniff it again. I can't tell if it's male, female, like is it masculine or feminine for a soap. I think anyone could probably use this. It is very fruity, and that banana kind of hits me a little bit. Then it has like this bubbly, fizzy type of note to it. It's very odd. I like it. I just don't know how to quite describe it. I don't know. Juicy fruit, maybe? Alright, let's just get this poured into here. But that is why I chose to do beer in here, because the fragrance is called Seven Kingdoms Ale. So in that goes, and then I'll mix up the other colors and try to layer them on top of each other, and then run the hanger through it, like up and down, not really like circles or swirls. We'll try that. Going to take a fork and texturize the top of this, and then I have some crown sprinkles I'm going to place on the top. I think I want to do this. Originally for the soap, I wanted to put Corona in it. I have crowns going on top and crowns going on the front, and I thought Corona would have made sense, plus the colors. But there was one lonely Corona in the garage refrigerator, and Bradley got to it first. So I looked around to see what other beers were in there. There was like a pumpkin one and a few other ones, and I came across this one. So this is the beer that I used in this. It's called Sour Me, or Unicorn Farts. And it's by a brewery in Baltimore called Dewclaw. And they created this beer around a donut called Unicorn Farts by a company in Baltimore City called Dewclaw Donuts. And they kind of just like matched them together. And I never got to try the donut because I didn't live close enough to go get one. And I could never find this beer when they first came out with it. It's bothering me. I didn't get to the other side. You know what? I think I like this because I'm going to place the crown in the middle, so it's okay that it's like half and half. Gotta even it out over here. When I wanted to try this beer, couldn't find it. Then I got pregnant, couldn't drink. Bradley found the beer. So we've had him sitting in our garage waiting for me to be able to try them. Now that I've got to try it, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I like sour beers, but it's just so sour. I think it was kind of like a gimmick with the fact that it says it has fruity cereal, or it's brewed with fruity cereal and edible glitter. And so I was kind of like, oh, that's so cool, I have to have it. But it's not my cup. Not a huge fan of how sour it is. These are Wilton sprinkles, by the way, that I'm placing on here. So sadly, it wasn't everything that I had dreamed of. So it's made its way into soap, because Brad isn't a huge fan of it either. But it's getting some use. And it kind of makes sense because it has like the fruity notes to the fragrance that matches the fruity taste of the beer. Fruity cereal taste of the beer. So I think it's going to work out just fine. I mean, who else can make soap with, you know, a beer called Unicorn Farts? Come on. Alright, so going to stick these crowns on here. Going to give it a light spray with rubbing alcohol because these crowns have like the gold, what's the word I'm looking for, like color on the front of them, like they're coated, and I don't want the rubbing alcohol to make that bleed or run off. So light spray, thinking about glitter, but I think I shouldn't because not everyone wants glitter on their soap, and this is kind of like anyone can use this. I'm not going to put glitter on it. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. Actually, I have another idea. So it's not really glitter, but it's called Enviro Glitter, and it's by Nurture Soap. It's Mystic Gold, and it looks like a shimmer. It looks like a very flaky mica shimmer on there. It's not like chunky. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that on there. I'll let this sit for 24 hours, and then I will bring you guys back when I go to cut into it. Time to peek at the inside. I love these colors. Just from peeking at the side of the soap, I'm thrilled with these colors. Yes, yes, yes. That is good. I like that. Turned out perfect. I can't believe I've never done anything. I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever done any design like this before, where you layer them and then run the hanger up and down through it. I've seen it done, but I've never done it. It reminds me of a little bit like fire. That's really cool. Flames. Yes. Yes, queen. Yes, king. Super cool. Smells really good too. I get that, I guess the banana and the grapefruit coming in there. Yeah. The beer, you can still smell the beer in it, but once they sit, you won't smell that anymore. It's not a bad smell. This is good. I like this. Bradley will be using a bar. It is a must. Love it. So, this soap will be available on June 25th for the June 25th shop update. Super cool. Love the gold. I like that I did the colors in that order. That yellow in there really split up the two golds. So, good thinking, Tierra. Always soaping, spur of the moment. I said one time, soaping on the fly. Someone laughed at me, like on a fly, soaping on the fly. It's the same thing. But look at it. I love it. So cool. I'll cut open the other one for you guys too to see if that one looks any different. Get that one over here. Put that to the side. Cool beans. Oh, come on, camera. Why are you being so stubborn? Alright, let's cut this one. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and join me for more fun soap making videos. Any questions or comments, leave them for me in the comments section down below. June 25th is the next shop update if you want to get your hands on one. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very nice day. And I will smell you later. I forgot something. There's one more thing going on the front of this bar. How did I forget that? I made these crowns out of soap dough that I'm going to attach to the front. So there's a crown on the front and the crown on the top. So stay tuned after the cutting because I will attach them with some melt and pour, and that is the final bar of soap now. Huzzah!